What's going on, everybody? Today we got a great guest on. We got Detour in the hizzy. E. Echo, echo, echo. The echo's not there anymore, right, guys? I killed that. Killed that a long time ago, like 4 seconds ago. Let's see what we got here, guys. Detour is here. All right, let's just go live with Detour, everybody. As people jump on. Yeah. Here we go. Waiting for Detour.
Ooh.
What's up,
Yo,
sir?
what's going on, man?
How you doing, brother?
Good. How you been?
Good.
How's
Are you
life treating you?
great? Are your notifications off and everything? I'm hearing a little echo.
Let me close up this window.
Could be a window closing thing.
Let's see. So,
Oh, that's better.
otherwise I can get it.
And where's your phone? Let's see.
Getting echoes.
Are we good? We good? Hey, guess who I have in studio right here?
Hey, Josh! Hey! tell Josh I have his piece right there.
Look at that. So he did that piece for Josh. Everybody, Josh Greco and wife in studio.
Yeah. Congrats too.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Werewolf Dreamer, what's up? Josh in the house. I'm getting a lot of Josh in the house. Does anybody know if the art supply store on Broadway is open? What?
Yes.
Yeah, it's open. Don't we just go over there? It's fine. Nothing's open. The world is shut down. Hey, can I take a look at some of that stuff so before we even start, I am getting an echo though.
Yo, Dread. I see Dread in there.
Hey guys, so Detour is an incredible artist, and Detour and I have actually worked together, not in a collaborative way. Are you hearing an echo or just me?
Let me see. Try it again.
1 2 1 2. It's a little better.
Okay. I think it may have been my volume. I had it all the way up.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
cool, perfect. Maybe if I turn mine down too. Echo major. How about now, guys?
Echo major. There's echo.
How about now, guys? Right now. I hear nothing.
Yeah, I don't hear echo now.
Okay, now got better. Someone says better. Okay, cool. Yeah, so if you turned it down, we're good.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, so when I had my TV show Street Art Throwdown, I was looking for really talented artists to do prints, and Detour was. I'm still hearing an echo. So sorry, bro. We're getting over the hump of this. There we go. Is that better? Maybe you want to turn down just a little bit more.
Let's see.
1 2 1 2.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Good. So Detour was one of the people. In fact, not only were you one of the artists, but you were by far the best-selling artist of all of my
Well, that's
artists.
good.
So, you know what I mean? So that was an interesting thing. And Detour, you're in Denver, Colorado?
Yeah. So based out of Denver, Colorado. So been here about 16 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where are you from originally?
So the background is my family's military. My dad went to West Point and everything. So born in Dayton, Ohio, but only spent maybe a couple months there and really just moved around a lot. So every 3 to 5 years we would move. And I mean, I went to high school in Granite City, Illinois, and then Germany. So Ramstein, Germany for a while.
So do you sprechen the Deutsch or no?
No sprechen Sie Deutsch. Nein.
Okay, cool.
I'm trying to learn Spanish now.
And why are you learning Spanish?
Because I'm going back and forth to Buenos Aires. So my homie Paul, Ramiro, and then a ton of just Argentinian artists out here in Denver that goes back and forth. I was down there for a month for residency, and it was like the best time of my life. And you know, we all have high school Spanish, and we get it here and there, but it's kind of like, I want to be able to go around and do murals, and ask people to paint their walls without having someone to tag along with me, type of thing. So, I just want to be able to sort of also just communicate when I want to, and I
think it's a respectful thing to do, to learn the language of the culture.
Yeah,
take
so like
me, for
that's why
example. I'm a
I'm
Puerto
basically
Rican
doing
guy that
that.
speaks no Spanish. So
You
there
do
you
what?
go. I said, take me, for example. I'm a Puerto Rican guy who speaks no Spanish. So,
No Spanish.
but I speak French fluently.
Oh, damn, man. And you're originally from New York, right? Oh, come on. BUA.
I know, it's terrible. Trust me. You don't know the amount of stories I get where people are like just, I mean, I understand it, but
Yeah.
people be waxing to me in Spanish. And I just look at them like, yep. And they're like waiting for a response. I'm like, not going to happen, man. I'll
Nah,
tell
I
you a
mean,
funny, quick anecdotal story. I went to Zach De La Rocha from Rage Against the Machine. By the way, Rage Against the Brush, my show, borrowed from Rage Against the Machine, by the way. But Zach and I went to a concert together, and he was, he's Mr. like Chicano. So you're thinking like he's gonna be like, I'm assuming, of course, he speaks Spanish. I'm sure he's thinking I speak Spanish. We go to the valet dude, and the dude's rattling off in Spanish, and Zach looks at me like, what the fuck? And I look at Zach like, you need to talk to him. And Zach's looking at me like, I don't speak Spanish. And I'm like, well, I don't either. And these are two motherfuckers that need to be speaking Spanish. We're both looking at each other like, we are just a disgrace, are we not? We are
you're faking the
disgraceful.
funk, man. You're faking the funk, man.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No worries. No worries. I spent like right before I started doing just like full time, I actually moved to Tanzania for a while. So I was out there for 8 months and just living, in a rural area. And for me, it's like I look like everyone there,
Yeah.
especially the gap in my teeth too, because they all have a small side. So when I was walking around the village, everyone was speaking to me in Kimasai, which is like the Maasai language. And then when I was like, I don't speak it, they would speak to me in Swahili, which is like the national language. And then I was like, I don't speak that. So they were getting on me. So I know how you feel, man. It's like you're surrounded. It's like, I don't know what you're saying. So like I had to actually learn a little bit of Swahili. But for right now, it's kind of like I'm putting on that Duolingo and really just trying to dive into getting that Spanish down because, it's like I can understand. I can read a lot more than I can sort of understand it with my ears. So trying to get, vocabulary up and all that stuff. So now it's like I can go around to, parts of Europe, like Spain, or even, like I said, go back and forth to Buenos Aires or even Puerto Rico, even though they have different dialects and everything. It's kind of like just being able to understand a lot more and build with all those communities.
Well, this is Cat Mama says, don't feel bad. A lot of Puerto Ricans, especially in New York, are like that. And I like to say I speak Spanglish. So.
yeah, Jay's Duolingo is the truth. Yeah, it is. I mean, that really helped me out. So like trying to turn on that Telemundo and, all the telenovelas and everything at nighttime just to sort of like go to sleep to that stuff. So trying to do that as much as possible because, it's kind of like I said, I want to be able to speak to people when I'm in, sort of South America in their language and not have to sort of ask them to sort of speak English or anything. So it's kind of like, trying to just build community and connections with artists everywhere. So, after Spanish, hopefully, I can get something in Europe, try to get my German back a little bit. But, just trying to be more of a world sort of global citizen, being able to travel a little bit.
Well, I think that's the respectful thing to do. Detour, do you want to give us a little tour of what you're working on in your studio?
Oh, well, I mean, don't have too much physical stuff.
You got one behind you.
Like during this crisis and everything, it sort of gave me a pause. And I was actually doing more mural work. So doing more mural work outside. And basically, when all this stuff happened, I was supposed to travel to Atlanta to do a couple of murals, but get halted and everything, and then had to sort of stay here because my last show also ended too, which was called The Five Pointers. So Josh, I don't know if Josh went to that one at all, but he brought some pieces from that. But it's basically sort of like turning this space into a museum about this band in the future. I partnered with Red Bull and everything. So really that was like a year-long project. Also on top of that, I was writing a book as well. So that was a huge sort of task to sort of get over. And then really it was like at the beginning of the year, I'm trying to reintroduce myself back to my studio. So it was like cleaning up for the most part and then doing work outside. But I got an iPad this past month and basically really dived into doing a lot more digital work or just trying to focus on expanding my skill set. So it's kind of like I don't have to sort of do all my physical stuff or physical work. I can go into the iPad and just work on some stuff as well. But that was sort of like my past 2 or 3 months, and then figuring out all this other stuff. But, you know, in the meantime, also doing, you know, like a Bill Withers piece on the side. And then,
by the way, Bill Withers is the OG great. People don't realize Bill Withers. I mean, forget it.
Like Bill Withers and Nina Simone are sort of like my favorites when it comes to just like music, because you know you a lot of times when you listen to or just hear soundtracks on movies or shows, it's kind of like I know who did that. It's like they are used all over the place, and sometimes a lot of the younger generation sometimes don't know that or know that their favorite artists are borrowing from them. But Bill Withers is like the legend, especially like the grandma's hands.
Did you ever see, I think it's called The Black Godfather on Netflix?
No.
Clarence Avant story. He discovered Bill Withers. You should check that out.
Okay.
He brought Bill into the world. He put a lot of people together. But yeah, The Black Godfather, like he is the connector of so many things. And without him, there's no Bill Withers.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
it's crazy. Just like
looking, great movie. It's so good, dude. You can't believe this guy's connections. He was basically responsible for everything from Jackson 5 to just Janet to forget it.
It's crazy now because like now that a lot of artists are sort of like relegated to doing live and sort of the whole podcast game is going out there. It's like hearing these stories from back in the day from people you've been a fan of or grew up off of, and learning how there's like maybe 2 degrees of separation from a lot of them and how they all sort of connected and sort of brought each other up.
Hey, let me ask you a really important question, probably one of the most personal things I'm going to ask you today. Did you wear the inside of your hoodie to match the Bill Withers painting?
Oh no. This right here. So this is the Be a Good Person right there. Those are my homies. They do like really good work, and they just keep giving me clothing. And
that's your palette.
Yeah, that's my your palette. My whole steez is colorful right now. So everything that I do is like all color, everywhere color. And then surprisingly, I wear a lot of black. So it's like either black or just colors. So like the black hoodie with all the colors, black pants, black shoes, that's the hat, black. So it's either black or all color.
Listen, you have a very interesting thing, because for anybody who's a painter out there, they're going to say the same thing. You do something that I would never do. I couldn't do it. I don't know if I could ever pull it off, but you use a lot of pure saturated colors to collectively. You don't really work too much in earth tones. You don't work in grays. You're not like a James McNeil Whistler who's living in the blues or living in the grays, or quite honestly, like most artists, you really work with a lot of poppy, saturated colors, which normally makes me sick. It makes me feel like, oh, you know what I mean? Like it's not. It's usually. Here's why. This is a compliment. I'm coming to a compliment. It's going to sound horrible in the meantime, but it usually is something that, like, when a lot of artists do it, they don't do it well. They don't draw well enough. They don't design well enough. They don't paint well enough. They don't understand form well enough. They don't understand color well enough. You really have to be a high level at all of those things simultaneously to pull it off. So you're able to pull it off where you have these really highly saturated tones and values. I mean, it's off the chart, but your drawing is really solid and strong, and your compositions are strong, and your color combinations are strong. So is that something that's a choice that you've said, like, I'm going to push the envelope, because you're really pushing the envelope without maybe even knowing, or maybe you do?
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning, it was more exploration with the tools that I did have because I was doing a lot of just more the live art murals. So it's kind of like you only have sometimes a limited amount of time and colors to sort of use. And it's like, okay, let me figure out how to use these colors really well. So, I mean, there's a lot of people don't know there's a ton of stuff, especially at the beginning, that people don't see. So like a lot of times it took me a long time to really sort of figure out what palette sort of to apply to one of my compositions, or what color scheme or what color combinations to sort of use. And then, okay, if I want to use all these different colors, how do I add in sort of an earthy tone or a flesh tone to it, but also not make it really noisy. So there's a lot of sort of I'd say exploration that went with it. But now it's like I have like this color combination that I always go to with the teals and the pinks and the reds, or certain little color combination that I'll throw here and here. But it took a while, and one of the questions that I get a lot is, how do I choose my colors? And a lot of times it's kind of like it's just it's something that is
Natural.
just innate to me after a while, or something that I just know what color to use with this color that I put down right before it, because sometimes it's like I only have a few colors to use because the store's not open, especially now. It's like the store's not open, and then I'm able to sort of like just figure out what color I need to use based off of the previous color, based off of the work I did a long time ago. So that's something that I've been sort of working on for a while. And then now that I'm doing a lot of digital work, it's like it's a big change, because it's like I can get an infinite amount of colors. So now it's kind of like, okay, how do I sort of limit myself without throwing everything in there and getting too noisy? Oh, how do I sort of combine these earthy tones or flesh tones with this sort of popish, sort of bright, bold colors? So for me, it's just something that I just keep creating work, and then after sort of a while, it's like I sort of naturally sort of put some stuff aside, and then sometimes keep a lot of stuff, and then it's from piece to piece that I start to really learn. I think that's what a lot of artists sometimes get frustrated with. It's like it takes a long, I mean, you've been in the game for forever. It's kind of like you just keep building each piece that you do. So that's what I really tell a lot of artists. It's like really, it's like you gotta keep executing what you want to do, and figure out, okay, what's been working for you, what do you want to keep push to the side, type of thing, and then you'll start to figure out what that sort of palette that you love, or palette that works for you, looks like.
Well, I think you're doing a great job, and
Thank you, man.
you guys are hearing less feedback. I'm hoping now, because I put in my earpiece. I'm hearing a little bit of feedback. Oh God, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on here, but
All the feedback.
this is the internet, baby. This is how it goes.
Come on, Instagram.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Listen. So, do you have a pad and paper handy?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind drawing your just do your signature for us? And everybody is not familiar with Detour. Detour is an artist in Denver, Colorado.
My signature.
He's fantastic. He's superb.
So just
Just do it and then hold it up to the camera.
So I guess what? Let me make sure there's like a.
There we go. Detour.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. Detour right there.
Can you tell me like two things you love about your signature and one thing that you would like to change?
Ooh. So this on my signature, I always sort of make the D really sort of like this sideways A, and that was just basically trying to add a little bit more character to just the D, to make it unique in a way, sort of flashy and something I can really do quick. But I like that signature. I've been using it for about 9 years, 8-9 years or so, and then really like one of the things I got to figure out how to change it up a little bit when I go to murals and everything, just to make it sort of fit the murals, not be as sort of as what's the word, to make it match the composition whenever I sort of sign the murals that I do. Yeah, I mean, that's basically what I just been using. And sometimes I just try to make it fit.
Scotsman asked a really good question: is how did you get the name Detour?
Oh, I wish I had the VHS tape here. I brought it to my house, but the name comes from a VHS tape from the group Originality Stands Alone, B-boy crew, out of the Bay Area, and it was like I think Remind, Stuntman, Cujo, and a couple other cats. Oh man,
Hey, Remind used to work for me.
What's up?
Remind used to work for me.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like that crew right there, or those group of people, really influenced sort of like my life when it came to breakdancing and just dance in general. Because I was really big into sort of practicing and getting better in my late teens and 20s. And that crew was just one of the best that I ever seen because they did their thing on the dance floor, but it was just so different that it was kind of like, what are we watching? But people respected it, and that right there was like, okay, let me purchase their VHS tape. And this was when I was living in Germany too, so it took a while for it to get to me. And this is like when VHS tapes were getting big, but also weaning off a little bit. But I bought the VHS tape, loved it, and then that's also when I started airbrushing too in high school. And really, when people started asking for shirts and sort of like pictures, I was like, I don't want to just sign my name. Let me do something else. And let me use the word Detour that was on the VHS tape title. And I started using Detour mainly because it's like, it signifies sort of like my mindset in terms of I want to go down this path, but I don't want to go down everyone's path. Let me figure out a way to carve my own path. So detouring, and it was something that's really available. No one was really even using it, so I was like, okay, Detour is something I can really just sort of use. So I mean, it's something that I picked myself. Usually, it's like someone else picks your name type of thing, but Detour is something that I used in breakdancing first, and then really just started pushing that into the arts as well. Because there's so many Thomas Evans out there, which is my name, and I actually worked on campus with a researcher with the name Thomas Evans, so I would always get his emails from students and everything. So it was like, I got to figure out another name than, Thomas Evans is plain.
Nice name, but Detour is unique. Hey,
Yeah.
do you have that? Do you have it copywritten? Do you have it trademarked?
I have the name Detour Production, but just not Detour.
No,
Word.
you don't have Detour trademarked?
No.
Hold on one second. Can you trademark the name Detour for me? Because he doesn't know what's going on. It's great. We'll just rip it up. Okay, cool. Sorry. What's that?
Now you got the hat and everything.
You trademark it.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta do it. Yeah, man. It's
someone asked you. This is really important. Someone said, "Do you know if BUA is in Rocksteady?" Did you know I was in Rocksteady?
I saw the Crazy Legs interview and everything. Yeah, man.
So Tutron Inc. The answer is yes. But listen, I want you to get your name trademarked because it's gonna, there's value there. You get your signature trademarked. I mean, you can't get the word Detour trademark, but you can get the way that you write Detour, and then it's going to be indelibly marked into your world, and also it'll into the world of trademark.
Definitely. Yeah, man. So
you need a good trademark attorney, let me know. I got a great one out here.
Definitely. So I mean, like right now, it's just really trying to build my skill set, like I was telling you about, getting into the digital stuff, figuring out ways to translate that to the public art, the mural stuff that I do, and trying to also get into sculpture work. Because I remember last time I talked to you, you were doing some sculpture stuff as well. So like
I'm doing a lot of statue stuff. That's nice. That's where some of it's going.
Yeah, so like trying to be as versatile as possible, because artists and creatives have so many ideas, and you want to be able to sort of execute it the way you want to. So having just enough skill set to sort of know what you can and can't do in the field is sort of like what I'm trying to do now. So really just working on that and figuring out, what the rest of the year is going to be like, especially, when everyone's sort of not traveling, or festivals are are not happening, things like that. So it's very, very sort of unsure, but it's like, you know, I'm in a better position than a lot of artists, so I can't complain. It's just like, you know, as artists, got to figure it out.
Okay.
Do I use ZBrush? I don't use ZBrush.
I use ZBrush. I
Procreate.
mean, it's a sculpture program.
Okay.
So I don't either, actually. I was thinking you were talking about Procreate.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because I talk about ZBrush. All of my statues are done in ZBrush by another
really?
sculptor, Joe Mena, who was on the show. Joe does all of my stuff. I do all the paintings, the drawings, the turnarounds and stuff, and he actualizes it. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So basically, it's like, do you apply for a lot of the public calls out there, or you're just trying to figure out your
I'm
own
doing
sort
everything with Sideshow Collectibles.
Okay.
So I'm doing like the first ever real hip hop b-boy MC DJ graph writer. So my DJ painting will come to life. My graph writer will come to life. My b-boy will come to life, and my MC will come to life. In fact, this has been going on for well over a year.
Yeah.
So things are, and you know, the sculptor that I'm using is, you know, from, they're just like, you know, we're talking about working at the Mint, the chief executive guy, you know, like this is the highest level. They're only doing Marvel, DC, and Star Wars.
Okay.
And then BUA.
That's top notch right there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. What's up? Why not? We talk about really great b-boys. Why not? Rocksteady crew member in the house.
Oh, Why Not was one of the b-boys that I always watched, because his tops, man, like that dude can dance forever.
It's annoying watching him. It's like watching. I feel like slow. I just feel like you watch Why Not. You know what it is? It's like watching the Nicholas Brothers, man.
Yeah.
Man, you watched it. If people don't know the Nicholas Brothers, just write that down. Watch the Nicholas Brothers, because those dudes were floating. Watch Why Not, because that dude's floating. They're dancing at a different energy.
Sort of like I'm watching the music, you know, like visually. So that's why I loved watching him. There's a couple other dancers that I just really, really love, but like Why Not for me was like, you know, one of the best when it came to like visualizing the music and just being free, and sort of, that's why I love like house, and it's like the you know, originality stands alone, because like you're not sort of in a box. So that's why, you know, shout out to Why Not and everything, because that dude really inspired me to do a lot of stuff.
Who else do you watch?
Ooh, Machine is like Machine's
nasty.
Yeah, Machine.
From France.
What's up?
He's French, right?
Machine. Machine's I think out of LA or New York.
Okay.
Machine. You guys painted. His Machine is I forget where he is from. Lilu Lilu's French. I watch Lilu. That dude's ridiculous. I was at Battle of the Year like 2002 or 2003
in Germany
when I was living there. And I got to see, you know, a lot of the Korean crews really blow up. So that's when I was like checking out River's crew, and actually met one of their artists who actually is Royal Dog. And he is a dope muralist out of Seoul, Korea, but he's moving to, I think he lives out of LA now. Really dope individual. But it's kind of like that world of art and dance for me is like what really just like made me who I am today. So I'm really appreciative of all those dancers out there that really paved the way for me. So like, you know, I used to do a ton of stuff in Illinois, so like Chicago, going up there from St. Louis, because I used to live in Granite City, Illinois, and Belleville and St. Louis, and we would travel up to Chicago and do their jams. So like City versus City, and you know, all those. So like all those Brickhead crews out there, you know, those are the dudes. So I mean, it's like, for me, it's kind of like I'm just super excited to see where that goes, because I think they're trying to do the Olympics now.
They're doing the Olympics. Johnny Utah gives a shout out to Korea because he's Korean. So
Korea, man, I gotta go.
They're incredible.
Figure out ways to get there. Gotta figure out this residency.
DJ Shalimar asks who your favorite female artist is.
Oh, so Sydney James, I saw Mad C. I saw you interviewed her as well. Like she does great with color. There's
Similar to you.
Kayla. What's up?
Similar to you in a way.
Yeah, she does a lot of like sort of like abstract work, but she does it so well on a large scale, which is difficult to
Very
sort of
difficult.
mimic sort of like those textures and sort of that randomness.
Yeah, she's a rebel.
Kayla May is out of Chicago. Out here you have Anna Cherney is really dope. There's Hugh Man out of Cali. There's Jordan Castile, really traditional out of New York. She's from Denver though. Really love her. So there's a few that I really like a lot that I sort of like always follow and sort of like see what they're sort of doing. But yeah, so like those are sort of like my go-tos. And then for just in general, artists that I really sort of build with right now, Max Sansing out of Chicago as well. Like that dude is phenomenal when it comes to sort of color work as well. So he uses bright, bold colors, but the compositions are phenomenal. And he also, because he was brought out of graffiti and really sort of got his sort of teeth sharpened there. So he's really fast. And not only that, but he's like really precise with his work. So I love him for that. Birdcap out of Memphis, Tennessee is another one. So Birdcap is like really illustrative, but like the compositions that he puts together are really unique. And it's like, you know, a Birdcap character when you see one, and it's beautifully done. And he uses color really, really well. And just like, and all these people that I'm sort of like trying to talk about, it's like, in the end, it's like, they're just good people as well. So it's kind of like,
did you not mention me because my color use is bad, or because I'm
no,
not a good
man.
person?
So you were one of the artists that really, really got me into sort of like actually painting. So seeing, because I remember you were talking about the poster that you did, and it's like, you know, when I don't know if a lot of the young heads know, like malls were the thing back in the day, and you used to get posters in the mall. Not at Walmart, not anywhere else. You used to get posters at the shop in the mall. And that is where you would get the Justin BUA, you know, the DJ, the breakdancing one. And, you know, and this is like when, you know, FUBU was getting big, like everyone was getting into sort of, you know, just like
Prince Plus,
the culture,
Prince
you
Plus
know?
decked the walls.
Yeah.
D Gallery. That's right.
All of that.
That was before the Target, when I was hitting Target, Burlington Coat Factory. But you're right. It was the malls. Like they were picking them up at the malls.
Yeah, it was the malls, that because you used to go to this shop and you go flip through all the posters that you would like, and then even for people who went to college campuses, or I think sometimes schools, they would have the book fairs where they would bring the posters as well, and they would have the posters, and you know, it was like, that is where, you know, you would get the poster that you would want for your dorm room or your, you know, your house or something like that. So, and it was, you know, attainable too. So everyone had the poster, and then I would see it everywhere. So that really got me into sort of figuring out, you know, I don't have to be, so like it was outside of the museum realm, but it was still classical, it was still traditional. It was like something that I really loved. And that really got me into sort of seeing art in a whole new way. Not only that, it was also including a lot of the, you know, the culture as well. So the breakdancing, the DJing, all the stuff that I was also into as well. So really that got me into sort of the painting and sort of like trying to figure out how to be an artist full time. But I went to school for business, you know, ended up sort of like going that route, but always sort of keeping art in the background until I graduated and, you know, figured out, okay, I have to figure out something. That's when I moved to Tanzania. I came back and decided to do art full time. But I was always doing art, always sort of like, you know, seeing you in the background, like, okay, this is okay, all, you know, all that stuff. And really just like incorporating some of that stuff into the work. So it was like Frank Morrison was really, really dope. There's a couple other ones. I even brought David Garibaldi out to campus because he was doing the live speed painting work, and he was like big into the culture of dance, and he came from graffiti. So like I brought him to campus, got to see him like actually do his work live. So that really inspired me, and he was a dope dude, good to talk to. So like he sort of gave me some of the game and everything. And this was when I was sort of working on campus for events like student life, so doing events promotion, all that stuff. And so Crayola was another one.
Crayola's
So it's
crazy. He's crazy.
Crayola's.
Hey, what do you? Sorry, because we only have 24 minutes left, and I want to try to get some drawing with you. What do you like to draw? What do you do when you're not having to do Bill Withers and work for this guy over here? What do you like to do? What do you doodle? Do you draw figures, characters, animals, still lives? Your hands, you self-portraits, crazy sexual erotic shit. What are you doing? Like, what do you like to do? Because I want to draw with you right now. I want to give the people what they want, which is, this is a drawing show. This is Rage Against the Brush. What do you want to draw? I'm open. I could, you know.
Man, it's like, I like to experiment with tools. I mean, that's the biggest thing. It's kind of like using different tools to create sort of a color scheme or pattern is sort of like what I do.
So what do you have? What tools do you have now? I have this clunky tool. This is called the Prisma stick. This is not easy to draw with for anybody. When everybody picks it up, they go, well, are you sure I got the right one? Because I'm not able to draw with it.
Yeah.
Well, because you're fucking not drawing right.
Let's see, man.
Trying.
So for everyone out there,
someone says sexual erotic shit. Of course you said that, Roger.
Tool wall is this thing right here.
Ooh.
Squeegee. You can get it at any Home Depot, any sort of gas station place. The squeeze. So this one right here has been with me for about 5 years. So this is what I use on. Not only this is what I was sort of working on this week.
Cool.
You know, trying some stuff, and that's what sort of did the backgrounds for those pieces right there. So those colors right there that I've been sort of putting together and just moving around.
Is that oils, Detour?
No, that's latex. So using the latex, because the consistency of the latex has been really good to sort of spread around with the squeegee.
Well, what do you mean latex? You mean acrylic?
Latex house paint. So the house paint from Home Depot.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So right now, can you just draw something with me? Can we do anything? Can we draw a face out of our head? I don't know.
Yeah. So let's see.
You're at a disadvantage because I actually have Josh who's going to hold my camera. You're on your own, bro.
Yeah. So let's do.
Let me crank my easel down, Josh. Why don't you? I have this, by the way. I can draw with this.
So let me do.
No, it's not. No, I'm not drawing. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I want to sit down. I have a crank easel, Detour.
Oh.
Old school.
Old school.
Yeah, that's
like
old
that.
school. Right, that's an analog. Okay. What are we doing here? You want to talk about old school? I have a mall stick that I made myself with a pink ball. Actually, my friend Ruben made that for me. Ruben
I like that.
Made that for me. Okay, here we go. And away. What are we doing?
I'm gonna do the Justin BUA-esque signature portrait of Justin BUA right now.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do a portrait of me too, and mine's gonna be really fucked up. Which, you know, the older I get, that's just natural. So the more I got to look in the mirror. Let me try to get a piece of paper that's a little freer. Ah, fuck it.
Let's see.
I'm not even gonna look at myself. I think I know. I think I know how fucked up I am.
Let's see. Okay. This is good.
I appreciate you drawing me, by the way. That's nice.
Oh no, this is like a dream come true right now.
Oh God, to make fun of me?
I'm gonna see if I can add in a Rocksteady members only jacket.
Wait, are you doing the whole body? I'm just doing the face.
I don't know. I guess.
Okay. Just
like that.
no pressure. Now you're making me nervous, but no pressure.
Let's see.
And Thomas, you don't have to draw with 2 hands.
Yeah, you don't. I'll draw. I can even draw with 1.
Ooh, okay, let's see. Oh yeah, this is coming out good.
Already, huh? I like it. I like the confidence.
The elongated hands. I like this.
Oh, man, you're drawing the whole body.
And this is going to be auctioned off at Sotheby's later on, people.
Yeah.
So you can
Okay,
get
good.
there.
Good. That's a good sign. Hey, Detour, I'm coming out there to Denver
Oh, when?
in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
I'll come link up with you if you're okay with that.
Definitely.
I'm very healthy.
Definitely.
I'm very,
You're definitely
respectful.
anti-corona out here.
Yeah, I'm good.
Let's see. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Scotsman.
This is. How you doing, Josh?
I'm good, man. It's good to see you.
Where you guys at now?
San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah,
Liking out there?
love it.
Sweet, man.
Scotsman says you need to come to Scotland and go rock some murals out there.
Yeah, you had a few artists from there last year at Crush, so I gotta definitely make it out there.
Hey, Detour, someone asked how they get your art.
They can always go to my website or
Okay.
hit me up on Instagram.
Okay. That's always the easiest, right? Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram is like where I'm at all day. So for me, it's sort of like
How's that
the
feel?
go-to.
Great.
Is it okay? Here, I'm going to do my feeling more than anything. So I'm going to show you the feeling of how I'm feeling right now.
This was just really crazy.
Oh God, here we go. It's always good when you're getting a lot of laughter while you're doing a portrait. There's always a lot of good stuff happening.
This is nice. Okay.
Okay. Have you seen what I'm doing of myself? Because I'm trying to circumvent any kind of.
Oh yeah.
What do you guys think?
Looks great. Amazing.
This is not good. It's whatever's going on over there. He's having fun.
Let's see.
He is fun.
He is fun.
Let's see.
Says you look unimpressed.
Yeah, I'm not impressed, but I will be when that's happening.
I think you meant the look on your face.
No, I know.
Okay. Oh, this is good.
Okay. Okay. I like this. This is good enough for me. Okay. There you go. I mean, I could go deeper into it.
I'm so sorry, Josh. I get you in here as well.
Oh, that's all good. I appreciate that.
Oh no, are you wearing a hat now?
At the moment,
Yeah.
no. No,
Turn
no.
it on yourself. Let me see.
It's funny you say that, though.
Okay, there. Oh, okay.
There, Detour. I'm done with mine.
Awesome. Oh.
Svet says a little hair. A little hair.
Okay, there. Good point. Thank you, Svat.
Thanks, Casey. I know I have big ears.
Is Casey in there?
Yeah.
Ah, what's up, Casey? Awesome.
Got me more than the eyelashes.
I mean, if you really wanted to paint it a little bit.
Oh, yeah, and shading too. Whew. Let me get this. Let's see.
Can I have it? Jesus. Takes you forever to draw it. This is a quickie to quack. Okay, that's one. If you're gonna keep going,
Oh no, you want to see it?
yes,
You guys want to see it?
I do.
Let's see. Oh wow.
Let's see. Let's see the big reveal.
You got Josh right there.
Oh, nice. There you go.
That's it
good.
right there.
Oh, I like it. Oh, I like it.
Ah, yeah.
Nice.
There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sign this right here. We're gonna put it up
Please.
for auction. Ah. Oh yeah. So
That's
this will
cool.
be listed at Sotheby's.
Awesome. I love it. It feels even Picasso.
Yeah, man. Just a little bit of doodling.
I like the doodling. This
Which
is my
is,
own BUA
something.
doodle right here.
What's up?
This is my BUA doodle.
How often do you sit at the canvas and work out some stuff?
Often.
'Cause I know you're busy.
Yeah. Often not. You mean, what do you mean? Like just new stuff or?
Yeah, just like just be able to work on painting, because I know you have your daughter and everything, and then you
Yeah.
get the sculptures, and then.
Not often enough, but yesterday I'm working on a ski commission, so there's just so much work that I have to do. So
Yeah. So that's like I said, the thing I'm working on now is trying to find more time.
that's
And
good. Yeah.
yeah, no, you told me last time when we talked is like pawn off the stuff that you're not good at.
Yep.
So the last exhibition that I did, half the stuff I was learning about outsourcing and everything. So trying to free up time as much as I can so I can sit in the studio and just create. Yeah. Let's see.
That's the cat shadow from here, and then falling down there, lost in the shadow. There you go.
Yeah. This piece getting.
Okay, hold on. We'll do one last thing. One last thing, Detour here.
Let's
Put
see.
down some little bit of white with my hair in it. Let's see. Let's see. Oh man.
See who's in here.
I'm gonna grab
more.
a palette knife. Grab some.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
And then start painting it. Just kidding.
Ha! So you use that palette knife even in the books?
Yeah. Dude, I have so many paintings in my books. Like I
Yeah.
couldn't. If I showed you the amount of paintings I have in my books, it'd be crazy.
Man. I like that.
And then you gotta get the white beard.
Are you still teaching as well?
No, sir.
So stop that.
Yes, sir.
Was it too much time?
Too much time. But it's all right, that gives a little something, right? Just a little bit of realism.
Yeah. Yeah, the highlights. Whew.
That's the biggest.
Teach one of these lives in a way. Okay. He says you're teaching on these lives as a way. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I'm just teaching here for free. I think education be free.
Yeah.
And so if people want to do like a private one-on-one, I'll do that sometimes. But, in terms of my time, like I'm so busy with commissions, I can't do that.
Yeah, because that's also managing personalities as well once you're in the school.
That's for sure. So, once in a while I'll do it,
Like a little master class or something?
Yeah, like a one-on-one. Or if, if school really wants me to do it, I could do it.
Sweet. Congrats, greetings from Chile. Hey, Chile. I was supposed to go to Santiago, but...
But don't worry, Detour will be speaking Spanish in a matter of days.
Sí.
Claro
Yo,
que sí.
en la mañana,
Oh, God.
practico
It's going to be like a Zach de la Rocha
español.
situation with me.
I'm trying, man.
Hey, my
I'm
friend El
trying to-
Tigre Vecano was obsessed with speaking Spanish. He's a comedian, Jason Andors, and he learned it, and he's fluent now. And
Oh,
he goes
really?
to Dominican Republic. He's one of the most famous people in the DR.
That's what's up.
And he's he was not a Spanish-speaking guy, but figured it out.
Yeah, I mean, trying to like I've been traveling most of my life, moving everywhere, but it'll be a lot better if I can sort of communicate with everyone, like I said. So that's one of the goals I really, like I said, want to do. That way I can go down to Chile when I want to.
You could chill in Chile.
Chill in Chile. Hey, Detour, what's your favorite color? I'd say the combination of magenta and teal.
That's good.
That is like one of my favorite color combos.
Yeah, I
I
did
love
not
using-
ask him that yet. Usually I do. Today, we kind of, yeah, I mean, Detour is a color guy.
Oh, did who asked you that yet? Yes, he did.
No, you didn't say which is your favorite. You basically.
Oh,
went on
explain the
color,
colors. Yeah.
But I could
Yeah,
see
so
that
like-
magenta would. You said magenta, right?
Yeah, like the magenta with the teal is
Uh-huh.
something that I really like putting together. Well, just like I learned about using
Thanks, Dave.
teal and sort of how it sort of can really make a lot of stuff just stand out. But the magenta part, I used to do teal and this sort of reddish, just almost kind of like this fire alert or this really fire truck or red. But then I started using magenta, and it really sort of was a little bit more subtle. So I love using those color combinations, especially when I sort of do like this color splash in the background to do the pieces on top of. That
Guys,
way.
you have to follow Detour. If you don't follow him, follow him. If you want to look at his work, we only have a minute left, but if you want to look at his work, check out Detour here. And if you have any questions about owning his originals, make sure to DM him and just DM him to tell him how amazing he is, because everybody needs to hear that. He works hard. He's working all the time.
Bless.
You know, when he's not studying Spanish, he's in a studio painting. But Detour, listen, thank you so much, bro. This is a pleasure, an honor.
Thank you,
know,
man.
I love you. I've always loved you. Like I said, I love you because you made me a lot of money, but also because you were a
That's
great
good.
guy.
Yeah, I gotta let me know when you come out here, and I definitely gotta head out to LA because I've never been to LA. That's one place I haven't
Dude,
been.
anytime, stop by.
Bless. And
Guys,
Josh,
also,
go ahead.
tomorrow, 7 to 10, I'm doing a 3-hour session with DJ Kubert.
Oh, nice.
DJ Kubert, 3 hours. Josh is going to say goodbye
Follow him
to
a
you,
lot.
his lovely wife.
Hey.
I'll see you soon. We'll be out there soon.
Bless. Yeah, I'll keep the pieces warm for you, man.
All right. Yes,
All right,
sir.
you guys
Thank you,
take
brother.
care.
You're incredible. Love you, bro.
too.
Later.
Peace.
Peace.